Wilbur and Charlotte's wonderful web? "Where's Papa going with that axe?" asked Fern. Her mother, Eleanor, looked out the window. "To the hog house," she replied. "Some pigs were born last night." "I don't want them to kill the pig," cried Fern, her eyes filling with tears. Her father, Thomas, was about to strike. "Fern, this is the way of the farm," he said, but his voice softened at her plea. Thomas, seeing Fern's distress, couldn't bring himself to do it. "All right, Fern," he sighed. "You can raise him, but he's your responsibility." Fern hugged him tightly. A small, pink piglet nestled in her arms. Fern named her new friend Wilbur. He was a small, joyful pig, and Fern spent every moment she could with him, feeding him, playing with him, and telling him all her secrets. But as Wilbur grew, he had to move to the barn. Fern visited him every day, but he was lonely. "I want a friend," he sighed to himself, watching the other animals. One evening, a tiny voice spoke to him. "Salutations," it chirped. Wilbur looked around, startled. "Who's there?" he squeaked. A small spider, Charlotte, descended on a silken thread. Charlotte was a barn spider, wise and kind. She understood Wilbur's loneliness. "I will be your friend," she promised. Life in the barn was full of characters. There was Honker the goose, always squawking, and Cloud the sheep, who was always munching. And then there was Templeton, the grumpy rat, who only cared about food. One day, Wilbur overheard the farmers talking about him. "He's a fine pig," one said, "but he'll be ready for Christmas dinner soon." Wilbur's heart sank. He was going to be bacon. Charlotte, overhearing Wilbur's distress, spun a plan. "Don't worry, Wilbur," she said. "I will save you." Wilbur looked at her, hope flickering in his eyes. The next morning, a strange word appeared in Charlotte's web. "Some pig." The farmers were amazed. "It's a miracle," they cried. News of the wondrous pig spread far and wide. Charlotte continued to weave magical words. Terrific, radiant, humble. Each word brought more fame to Wilbur, and the farmers decided he was too special to be eaten. At the county fair, Wilbur was a sensation. People flocked to see the miracle pig. Charlotte, though weak from her efforts, watched proudly from her web. Charlotte knew her time was short. She had laid her egg sack, full of her future children. "Take my egg sack, Wilbur," she whispered, "and keep my baby safe." Wilbur, with a heavy heart, promised he would. Wilbur returned to the farm, carrying Charlotte's precious egg sack. When her babies hatched, they spun their own webs, and though many flew away, 3 stayed. Wilbur had friends forever, and Charlotte's memory lived on.